Oh, oh, I haven't lost the plot yet. Not yet. What about them Kansas City Chiefs? Done the business last night. That's their fight song. The Tomahawk and Chop. Whoa. So they're through to the AFC Championship match next Sunday against the Cincinnati Bengals, and it's their first time to be in the AFC Championship match since 1988, I think. So, what a weekend of football! Four absolutely enthralling encounters. Three of them was won by the last kick of the game, the field goal to win with seconds left. And then the other one went overtime with a last second field goal for Kansas to go to overtime. Um, they only had 13 seconds to organise the last drive. Mahomes is absolutely awesome, but you'd have to feel for the Buffalo Bills. So the team he was following the early 90s when the Irish-American quarterback Jim Kelly was there. And they're the only franchise to lose four Super Bowls in a row, 1991 to 1994. Against the Giants, they're the only team ever, I think, to miss a field goal to win with seconds left on the clock to win the Super Bowl. So they were absolutely brilliant. On the first drive, they showed their intent immediately. They on fourth down, the middle of the field, they went for it and got it. And then on fourth down, instead of settling for the field goal, they went for it on the first drive as well. So they were 7-0 up. But they were absolutely brilliant. And the two lads, the two quarterbacks, Josh Allen and Mahomes, to see them the top rusher for their team, they nearly got 70 yards. Like, that's absolutely a first to see the top rusher being the quarterback on both sides. Like, that you might always see one, but never the two. But they're gifted athletes altogether, those two lads. It was great to see Mahomes. He breaking away from the team to get over to have a word of with Josh Allen. It was a great sign of a man. He's a great lad. So they are 13-10 or 11-10, depending on what bookie to win it out now. They were 4-1 there a couple of weeks ago, and even 3 days ago, because the Bills was going to be probably their biggest test. The other three, Green Bay fucked up. The Titans with as well. Green Bay with the against the 49ers. Must be the first time ever a team going to the NFC Championship match without the offense scoring a touchdown. It was their special teams that blocked the field goal in the first half, and also blocked the punt in the finish, and went in for the touchdown to tie it at 10, and then they won it in the last few seconds. It was an absolutely brilliant weekend. The four games was one after the other, but the best one was the last one. It was an absolute brilliant, the two quarterbacks. I'm sure anyone that was out watching it up late at night, more than myself, they really enjoyed it. It was absolutely brilliant. So Sunday now is the two championship matches, and the Rams are playing at home, and if they win that, they'll be playing at home in the Super Bowl 2 weeks later. So the history could repeat itself, as I said a few weeks ago there, that the Bucks won it with home field advantage last year. So the Chiefs, and actually the two teams, the Frisco are San Francisco 49ers, they're the underdogs, but they beat the Rams twice in the regular season. And the last team to beat the Chiefs this year was the Cincinnati Bengals, who was 14-0 down and came back to 14-14. And then they were 28-14 down and they came back and they won it with a field goal in the end. So they won't be afraid to go to Arrowhead Stadium. So it makes for a brilliant Sunday to look forward to again. So that's enough about the NFL, they're probably saying. You're probably saying. So horses. I had a horse at the Patreon service yesterday. I thought it everything set up that it would have been a second run after having a good run in the Tommy Whittle Chase. God, I can't think of the name of the horse for a second. Might come to me. but ran terrible. And it's which offered a good price, but I was sure it in that it would be in the first five. I think there was only 12 in it or 13, whatever. But no, it ran terrible. Can't think of his name. You know it anyway. But I've one for the service tomorrow. I think. It's a horse I've been waiting for. And one for YouTube is the 120 at Leicester. Rise and Time. Nick Gifford and Charlie Case, £3 claimer. It's the hands and heels handicap hurdle, but it won't bother this lad because he didn't see the shtick in 4 runs already. And he ran on very generously, I thought, the last time in a maiden hurl and finished second at 2 miles. And the horse that won it was a odds-on favourite of Tom Simmons, and he was rated 120. So I think he's getting in leniently here at 97. He was only a length and 3/4 behind him. I know your man sort of slowed down, eased off a bit coming up the last 100 yards. But the extra half a mile tomorrow, it's a 2.5 mile race, I think will suit. And as I said, he has been tried in the hands and heels already, so he won't need the stick tomorrow if he just does exactly what he did the last day. He's a 7-2 shot, so a pint win. There's a couple in it that has won a couple of races already, but Water finds its own level at that level. I seldom dip under the 100 to look for a horse, but there isn't much this weather. It's midweek, it's moderate stuff this week, sort of like now. Good card coming on Thursday in Gordon Park, so we'll have to try and pick the winner of the Thyne. I'll be giving that a lot of scrutiny tomorrow night. So that's me, Mickey D for Cold Beer Sports, over and out. Bash those bookies.